Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchand from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. So, we are talking about the book You Were Born Rich, and last time we spoke about we spoke about how our clothes that are still around us, clothes or whatever there is in our home, that maybe even if we don't like them, they are not looking good on us, they don't fit us, but we still keep them. Why do we do that? Why don't we just give them away? But Bob explained that we keep them because we still love them, and then somebody said, his own cousin said, that doesn't make sense. We have to understand that this knowledge is actually a science. It's a science based on quantum physics. It's a new science, very new in the world, maybe 100 years old. But actually, it's the essence of spirituality. It's been written in our scriptures for the longest time, but then there has not been a paradigm shift in the scriptures. People are still thinking that it's God that is doing everything. God is not doing anything to us. God has given us a mind to think, and based on our thinking and on our attitude, our life is just a mirror reflection of that. It's not an easy concept to understand. And before I forget, I have launched a private Facebook group, but the membership is not going to be free because it's going to be based on this knowledge that I am bringing to the people in that group in a very concentrated form. Like it will be every week a lesson on the mind, because 95% of our success depends on our attitude, and your attitude is how you think. That's as simple as it gets. How you gets, as you think, as you feel, as you act in the world, is going to mirror back to you your attitude. So if you have a negative attitude towards everything, well, that's what's going to come back to you. Once you change your attitude, your results change. It's a phenomenal concept, and it's one that we can literally apply in our own lives to change our results, isn't it? And I did that, and my life changed like night and day. Of course, I couldn't do it without a mentor, but once my life changed, I knew I had to teach this to the world, and that's what I'm doing every day. So I urge you all to join me, whoever resonates with this knowledge. Because if a person is going to say, I don't believe that, it's okay. But if you resonate, if you see something in it, if you see a truth in it, then you would want to keep on investing in your own education. And I have put it at a very minimal price of $77. So if you join it, you will benefit greatly from the education. All right. So now let's continue. Where's the book? The book, the book. Okay. I don't have so much time, but I'll try to go as fast as I can. Okay. So here Bob gives a word of caution. He says, never sell the articles which you no longer want. Just give them away. I realize this advice might run contrary to the way in which you have been conditioned to live your life. But you must understand that in giving, you will also be receiving. On the other hand, if you sell the articles, the money which you receive for them will be all that you will get in the bargain. This may sound like a rather peculiar approach to take, but it is nonetheless the proper one. So here it is something that ran against my thinking also, because I had lost a lot of weight once, and I had those clothes that like really fit me well, and then I gained it all back after my brother passed away, because I just said eat, drink, be merry, and I gained it all back. And those clothes, it's hard to give them away. I wanted to sell them. I was thinking they're so like almost new, I want to sell them. But then after reading this, I made up my mind that I'm going to give them. I haven't given them yet, but I'm going to give them. I'm making that decision, and I'm going to keep you accountable. So if you want to do something like that, it'll make you feel good. Because I know when I give away things, I feel good in the bargain, right? So now Bob says, on the other hand, if you sell the articles, the money you receive for them will be all you will get in the bargain. This may sound like a rather peculiar approach to take, but it is nonetheless the proper one. Please understand you can never give too much of anything. Nevertheless, when you do give, fully expect to receive something in return. Very rarely will you receive from that source to which you gave, but receive you must, just as surely as rain must fall when two clouds collide. Everything is happening by law. There is no accident in the universe. Everything happens by law. Okay, so the idea that we were just reading about, that you should never sell your articles, you should just give them away. There is That's what he said. You'll get money in the bargain if you sell, but if you don't sell and just give it away, you'll benefit in a way you cannot even imagine. And I know that because I felt that, when you help someone, like just out of sheer goodwill to help the person, that feeling that you get coming back, it's called a psychic income. I know I would cry if somebody would get results, because it felt like as if God used me to help her or him. And in the bargain, I just felt so good. It raised my vibrations. This is a science, guys. It's a science. It's not even philosophy I'm talking about. So, if you want to study this, I mean, I don't say you want to study. I think we should all study this because it's our life. These are simple, simple things. You can either do it this way or you can do it that way. Which way is more beneficial? Nobody has ever taught us that in school, I think. There's been too many misunderstandings on life, I would say. And that's why a lot of people are lost. The youth today is very lost, I must say. So we have a responsibility towards them, towards the children. I'm doing this for kids because I feel I was that child. So I was that child and I messed up as a mother, and my child suffered, and I don't want any other children to suffer. So I have to change me. I had to change me for things to change. And that's why I want to help everybody understand that if you change yourself, your results will change. But people don't like to change themselves. So if you're someone who's not got any issues about changing your mindset, then I call that a growth mindset. You're not fixed in your mindset. It's like you're not saying my way is the right way, because I did that for the longest time and my way was not the right way. So if you want to change your ways, you want to jump in to my private Facebook group. Okay. So here he says we need to really understand this universal law. If we do, it will be of great personal benefit to us. And remember that you're not working with specific individuals or specific things. Rather, you're dealing with an infinite power which operates in a very exact way. As a consequence, whenever we wish to receive anything new in our life, we must trigger the process by making room for it. So there's no such thing as just keep on getting, getting, getting. We need to learn to give first, but we need to understand how to give, because a lot of times we say, should I not? Should I sell it? Should I give it? And then also when you're giving, are you giving it with the attitude of expecting something in return? You know, like there are different ways. There's one way when you give because you're feeling so sorry for the person. I found that that's not the right way to give. Because when I'm feeling sorry for that person, I'm bringing my energy down. And not only that, I'm making that person also feel that he's a poor person. And that's what I am giving you. So I didn't make the person feel good neither. I mean, I could have felt good after giving, but that would be more out of my ego, because I'm thinking that, I did it. I felt sorry for the person. It's a trickster there. There's another way of giving where you want to give for receiving. That doesn't work at all. It doesn't work. And there's another way where you give and you expect to receive. Now, that went contrary to my thinking, and I had to really understand what that meant. It was like, I took it as an example of, if I'm planting a seed, let's say I want a lychee tree today. I want to get the fruits of lychees in my garden and I want to plant that tree, right? So the first thing I need to do is prepare the land, buy the seed, plant the seed, cover the land, nourish it, water it, do whatever I need to do. And should I not expect that the tree will grow and the fruits will come out of it? Yeah, right? So whatever you do, you just have to understand that you need to give it your best. The fruits are just going to come by you giving it your best. So you give whatever you want to do, give it your best. I would say like that. That is for me giving. Give it your level best. You could not have done better than that. A lot of times, it happened with me, when I was in college, I was studying food and nutrition, a subject I didn't like, and yet I gave it my best, but then I wouldn't get good grades in it. And I never felt bad for not getting good grades. Why? Because I knew I'd done my level best. I could not have done better than that. But then it was just something I didn't enjoy, you see. So my results reflected it back to me. So you want to understand that everything is happening by law. And this change of way of thinking is what we call a paradigm shift. And right now, we really need a paradigm shift in our education system. Because if we still operate with the same education system we operated for so many years, things are not going to change for the better. So you need to make room for it by giving away what you do not want so that you receive what you want. It's as simple as that. So wait, let me just check if I have. Yeah, so thank you very much for being here. I know I went a little overboard probably again. So I will see you on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Bye bye.